Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today we'll be presenting about Malaysia and China economic relation under Mahathir Mohamad 2.0. In 2013, China's President Xi Jinping had proposed a mega project which called Belt and Road Initiative (BRI). Their vision is to develop economic activities and also regional interaction with more than 65 countries, in which Malaysia also involved in it. Malaysia involvement started when our ex-Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Razak showed strong support towards this project as he saw a booming presence in China's economy. So some of the BRI projects in Malaysia are East Coast Rail Link (ECRL), Bandar Malaysia, Forest City, and also Malaysia-China Kuantan Industrial Park (MCKIP). All of these projects had started their construction and some of it are still ongoing. Years later, when Najib Razak had to step down from the government, Mahathir Mohamad became our new Prime Minister. So he did some negotiation regarding BRI projects in Malaysia as he felt unsatisfied regarding this project. East Coast Rail Link (ECRL) is one of the BRI projects in Malaysia that was approved by Datuk Seri Najib Razak in 2016. ECRL is a key to diminish or lessen Beijing's difficulties regarding the Strait of Malacca. ECRL is a project of 640 kilometers railway link that connects some part of East and West Coast region of Malaysia. This construction started on August 2017 in Kuantan with expected completion time on 2026 with estimated cost at 44 billion ringgit Malaysia. This project started at Kota Baru, Kelantan and stopped at Port Klang, Selangor, in which it passes through Terengganu, Pahang, Kelantan, Selangor, Negeri Sembilan and also Putrajaya. This railway will be used by passengers and also cargo. As for this project, China Communication Construction Company was granted as the lead contractor. And Malaysia government also believed that during this construction, there will be more involvement on local contractors and also create more job opportunities. As this project goes by, Malaysia and China's government believe that this project will improve their bilateral relationship.
In July 2018, the East Coast Rail Link project has been suspended from its operation as requested by the Malaysia Rail Link Sdn Bhd. MRLSB is also one of the entity under Malaysia Ministry of Finance. After being re-elected as Malaysia's Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, during his visitation to China in August, cancelled the project and stated that he already discussed the issue with China's government and they understood and agreed to it. However, Tun actually agreed that this ECRL is beneficial for both Malaysia and China, especially in terms of economy. However, the suspension had to be done due to Malaysia's financial issue. Malaysia are unable to afford the cost of the project if the cost exceed 55 billion ringgit, as Malaysia will need 30 years to repay the loan and the ECRL will end up to 140 billion ringgit including the interest. However, the terminations of the project will cost Malaysia as much as 21.78 billion ringgit with nothing to show, according to Mahathir. So in 2019, the government decided to renegotiate the project and said that the project will continue if the price is right. After the negotiation, the price has been cut down for 33% to 44 billion ringgit from 65.5 billion ringgit. The ECRL route also has been cut shorter from 688 km to 640 km. As for now, the the ECRL project is continued to progress.
Banda Malaysia is a mixed-use, transit-oriented development (TOD) in Kuala Lumpur. The project is located at the terminus of a new high-speed rail that, when completed, will connect Kuala Lumpur to Singapore in just 90 minutes. Banda Malaysia will become a gateway to the capital and will set the standard for future transformational city design in Malaysia and Southeast Asia. Envisioned as a global green gateway, Banda Malaysia will become a significant international destination and help Kuala Lumpur emerge as a top livable city. As a transportation integrated development in a growing city and Malaysia's front door to an expanding rail network, the project will become a link to an increasingly global and dynamic economy. More than a just high-speed rail city, Banda Malaysia will become a walkable community shaped by range of transportation systems woven together at the scale of a region, the neighborhood, and the last mile. Here, all of Malaysia's local transportation modes connect, bringing together next-generation infrastructure and passenger facilities, including high-speed rail, commuter rail, subway lines, monorail, and surface transportation in a single integrated high-density development. Banda Malaysia will be home to 220,000 people, playing a key role in Malaysia's planned growth to 7 million residents in the next 20 years. Inspired by both nature and enormous potential that high-speed rail holds for the country, the master plan sets a new standard in the country for livability, walkability, and connectivity. The plan balances density with an emphasis on quality of life and celebration of landscape, integrated around transit to become an inclusive destination and a sustainable urban development.
Malaysia-China Kuantan Industrial Park (MCKIP) is the first national park in Malaysia that was launched on February 2013 in the area of East Coast Economic Region in Kuantan, Pahang. MCKIP were built exactly same model with China-Malaysia Kinzhao Industrial Park (CMQIP) in China, and both industrial parks were called as the twin parks. With the existing of twin parks in China and Malaysia, the shipping company can minimize estimated shipping time between two countries. This is because it usually taking about 4 to 8 days for shipping, but if it from Kuantan Park to Kinzhao Port directly, it only took 3 to 4 days only. MCKIP were owned by two nations, which 49% by the Guangxi Beibu Gulf International Port Group Corporation Limited, a company that owned by the Guangxi Autonomous Region government, and remaining 51% owned by the Kuantan Pahang Holding Sdn Bhd that comprised of IJN Land Berhad, Samdabi Property Berhad, and Pahang government. MCKIP and its sister CMQIP consists of three phases, which are MCKIP 1, 2, and 3. MCKIP 1 and 2 cater for heavy and medium industries, while MCKIP 3 caters for logistic hub, light industry, residential, and commercial components. The only issue that arises is when Tun Dr. Mahathir spoke to the media of the issue regarding the huge wall surrounding the MCKIP first phase area. The wall, or also known as the Kuantan's Great Wall of China, made public, especially Kuantan residents, worried and even called the area as a closed city. Tun Dr. Mahathir once visited MCKIP in 2017 to criticize the former government under Najib Razak. He wants the wall to be taken down and replaced with the usual wall or fence used by the other industrial park. The, the wall was reported to hide the illegal Chinese workers and other Chinese secrets. As reported by the media, Tun Dr. Mahathir's statement seems to against the working norms of Chinese. This is because most factories in China build high and big fans so that their workers are being isolated from the outside world and can focus more on their work tasks. After further investigation by the Pahang government, it turns out that the wall only surrounds the Alliance Steel factory only. According to Alliance Steels, the walls is to make sure their super expensive steel factory equipment doesn't get stolen. After statement from the Alliance Steel Company, the government with the AP MP doing a negotiation and came up with the decision to lower the fence to 1.8 meter from its current height of 3 meter.
Okay, so next Forest City. Forest City is operated by China Johor Corporation through Country Garden Pacific View (CGPV). About 66% of CGPV holdings are owned by three major Chinese companies, which are Country Garden Waterfront Sdn Bhd, Country Garden Danga Bay Sdn Bhd, and Country Garden Real Estate Sdn Bhd. So the remaining 34% of the state government CGPV holdings are using Esplanade Danga 88 Sdn Bhd. Sultan Ibrahim is the largest shareholder of Esplanade Danga 88 Sdn Bhd. They holding around 64.4% of the company. The Johor state government through the Johor People Infrastructure Group, which is KPRJ, only owns about 20% of the company. So the giant project developed by Country Garden Holdings Corporation that provides approximately 7,100 residential units, of which the majority 70% of buyers are from China through MM2H, which is Malaysia My Second Home Scheme. But the controversy over Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir relationship with China is still hot when Tun declares that foreigners will not be allowed to buy and live in Forest City, Johor. This will affect thousands of Chinese buyers. In fact, RM400 billion project also involved His Excellency of Sultan Johor Sultan Ibrahim. Tun Mahathir also pointed that no visa would be granted to foreigners to come and stay this Johor. This means that the thousands of buyers from China will not be allowed to live in homes that they have purchased in Johor. Duli Yang Maha Mulia Sultan Ibrahim defend the Forest City project as an opportunity to develop Johor real estate. Hence, the 2,000-hectare project was an international lot open for purchase by any foreigner, not just from China, but no different from luxury housing project in Selangor and Penang also to sell with foreigner. So Tun Dr. Mahathir has critiqued the Forest City project as undermining the country's sovereignty with an estimate 700 foreigners who are defending their homes there for citizenships, while the local are in no position to own it. That's all for me. Thank you.
As a conclusion, Tun Dr. Mahathir stated that Belt and Road Initiative is great as it could benefit both Malaysia and China in terms of economy. However, some projects facing with some financial difficulties which led the project to be put on hold. But after several negotiations, the BRI projects are continued to progress.
A whole new